If you have ever struggled with emotional eating or stress eating, want to be sure to join us today on our podcast. Welcome to the Focus and Fulfill podcast with the Busy Boss Mamas. I'm Stephanie Mitchell and my sister Crystal Borgeson, and we have our business partner and good friend here with us, Kelsey Bird. She is a registered dietitian nutritionist, and she is going to be sharing with us today her favorite 2 strategies to help with emotional eating. And if you're like most busy moms, you definitely struggle with this from time to time. I think we all do. I know I do. So I'm super excited to talk about this topic because one of the things that I think happens with us, the more busy and frazzled we get, is that we have these times where we feel stressed or we feel emotionally taxed, and then our eating kind of gets out of control. We find ourselves in the pantry. And I don't know about you, but I have the times where if I'm having a super stressful day, I might have my nutrition goals or my food goals or weight loss goals or whatever. But once I get really super emotionally taxed, I don't even care. Like, screw it.
Yeah.
Just eat whatever. And so I think that we can all use some help in that area. Do you guys find that?
Well, thank you so much. Yes. And that's why this is one of my favorite topics. So thank you so much for letting me be on your podcast to talk about this. Because I honestly think and I think every mother and most adults can relate to having one point or another emotional eating. And we really only eat for 2 reasons. One, for physical hunger, right? Like eating is necessary for life. And the second is for connection. And so we're going to dive into the science behind emotional eating in a little bit. But let's just define what emotional eating is first. And it's really using food to reinforce positive emotions and kind of soothe negative feelings. So you're eating not just to fulfill your physical hunger need. So any kind of emotions that you have, it could be stress, it could be sad, angry, frustrated, whatever the feeling is. Or even feeling like overwhelmed. I think I can relate to being overwhelmed. Sometimes I might be going into the fridge and not even realizing that your whole bunch of just like, wow, that would really ruin my class. Right? And so what is an emotion? Emotions are created by our thoughts and communicate expressed by our body, our first toxic energy. And so it's kind of a signal to asking your body to actually behave differently. So that's an emotion by desensitizations, emotions can deep down in your body, the conscious of
And so you're not bad or you don't lack
Willpower if you emotionally eat. You just don't have the right coping mechanism yet.
So, you have to have the right Steph and Crystal, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys know when you feel physically hungry versus emotionally hungry? Yes. Yeah, I think if I think about it, I do. Yeah, I think that I have awareness of when I'm actually physically hungry or when I'm emotionally hungry. So what does that feel like, guys? Well, my tummy actually rumbles when I'm real hungry. Whereas when I'm emotionally hungry, I know that I'm not actually hungry. I just want something. Right. I'm just craving a reprieve. However, I know from stuff I've read and people I've listened to is a lot of people can't, they don't know the difference and they think something's wrong with them and then their stomach rumbles. That's so weird to me. Because they don't want themselves to be hungry ever. And that could be, it's interesting, some of that could be related to food insecurity in childhood, or lots of food rules. So it's more like psychological things in their upbringing. If they have a lot of strict food rules or lots of comments related to food or body image, that all impacts their ability to trust what their body's trying to tell them. But my suggestion is if you don't know yet what physically hungry, when your body's physically hungry and needs food, what that feels like to you, delay breakfast. So, after you're done eating at night, just don't eat. And when you wake up, when you typically have breakfast, just wait. And like the longer you wait, you'll start seeing different signs because it's gonna be building up and building up and building up. If you wait too long, you're gonna start feeling weak and dizzy. At that point, make sure you eat. But, it is the physical hunger comes from our belly, our stomach, it's ghrelin hormone saying it's time to eat, right? And so that hormone's telling our brain, like, let's get some food in ourselves. But it's a really important feeling to make sure you know what it is for your body. Whereas emotional hunger will just pop up really, really quickly, right? And you may not even know, like, you're like in the middle of something, you're like, I need to go eat, and I need to go eat this specific food. So it's very specific and intense. Sometimes you can envision whatever specific thing your body wants. or needs at that time, right? So it could be, I'm not gonna lie, a couple nights ago, I literally dreamed all night long about Doritos. I haven't eaten Doritos in years, guys.
And guess what? This pregnant mama wanted Doritos. I was like, I wanted Doritos so bad I was dreaming about it. That's an emotional connection to Doritos. And so physical hunger is, you'll eat anything because your body needs to fuel. Emotional hunger is much more precise, and you are seeking that specific cravings. True. You know, so I mean, because those are a treat, and so I better be feeling way emotionally stressed before I eat one of those. Right. Yeah. Or, and or cookies, so you can only buy one or two instead of like a whole sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
I find like for myself and like my journey with food is that I'm like, okay, if I still want it in 10 minutes, I make myself wait for the 10 minutes, but I also am like the whole time I'm like, okay, if it's there, like it's not disappearing. Like if I really want it in 10 minutes, I can have a piece of chocolate, right? And so I have that dialogue going on in my head to being like, it's not going to be like, this is the last time I'm ever going to be able to eat this chocolate. And I need to think. Right? Like I just have to constantly reassure myself that it's like, it's okay. It's there if I need it. But I'm going to go do this first and see where we're at. That's helped me a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was awesome. That was super helpful. And we're going to be talking more about all different kinds of strategies and habit hacks that you can use to help you with your cravings in our upcoming challenge. It's going to be kicking off on April 1st. It's a 5-day Crush Your Cravings challenge. So if you are wanting to learn how to manage your food cravings throughout the day as a busy mom, if you're struggling to like get off that extra weight that doesn't seem to want to come off, then be sure to join us. You can find it at busybossmama.com/cravings. It's going to be awesome. We have had a lot of success with it last time. And so we'd love to see you there. Do you guys have anything else that you wanted to add?
I don't think so.
I'm good.
I think that was great.
All righty.
That was a lot of tips.
Yes. All right. We'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.